It is a time when the people are oppressed.
Those vermin had better do everything I tell them to and think what I tell them to think.
What if they refuse?
I do not want to hear that rubbish. I am a goddess. I wear the latest in Gothic fashion. They must love me and do as I command. If they so much as sneeze wrong, then I will destroy them like the illegal immigrants that they are.
We want a king of our own.
But you already have a king. God is your king.
We want a king that we can see in front of our face.
Fine. I will find you a human king. Be careful what you wish for.
We must go to war against the evil Queen Phyllis.
We had better alert the army.
Will this actually be a war or just a police action influenced by the greed of corporate lobbyists?
This is UF 100 and not Political Science 101.
And so the Israelite army did battle with the army of Queen Phyllis. And they fought and kicked and punched and fought. And when they were done with that, they fought some more. That last scene was totally awesome. Who's your daddy, you naughty little crumpets?
I'm Father Knows a Lot and you're watching Philosophical Noise Television. I am here today with the lovely and famous actress Annalise Longoria. Tell me a little about your character in this epic philosophical extravaganza.
Thanks, Father Knows a Lot. It truly is an honor to discuss such an epic piece of film written by screenwriters Plato and Hobbes. My character's name is Sarah and she is a leader amongst the Israelis, and she has taken it upon herself to speak with Samuel about finding a king for the people. Of course, Samuel goes a little crazy when he hears this.
That is so completely interesting. Please tell me some more about this exciting philosophical portrayal.
Well, you see, the Jewish people were living in oppression under the Philistine queen, kind of like being in Plato's cave with a puppeteer shining images on the wall for the prisoners.
I would never have put those two situations together.
Anyway, my character helps the people choose their king and metaphorically escape from their cave.
Are you going to say anything else?
Not really.
Do you all see that tall, cool drink of water over there?
That is Saul.
He makes me wish I was a little cat.
No kidding. We have got to tell the council about him. He is just the man we need for a strong king.
Any guy who is that good with kitties can be humane to my society any day.
You mean you all want this Saul fellow to be your king? Then bring him to me.
This is Father Knows a Lot and I am here today in the Beverly Hills mansion of the lovely actress Margarita Jolie. Would you like to tell us how this film experience changed your life?
It hasn't changed it at all, really.
I see. Did a project of this magnitude forever change the cohesive nature upon which you used to view the essence of philosophy in your life and congress with the writings of the ancients?
I haven't got the slightest idea what the hell you just said.
It seems to me that this feature is a metaphorical depiction of Plato's cave and how the Hebrew people chose to leave their oppression and designate a supreme ruler to guide them.
If that is what was in the script, then I guess you are right.
What character did you play?
I played the evil Queen Phyllis. My wardrobe was designed by the best Italian fashion designers.
What does that have to do with Plato's analogy of the cave or Hobbes' revelation of the social contract?
I don't really know what it has to do with my Italian wardrobe, but I did ask the producer on the final day of shooting if I could take it home. I was just trying not to trip and fall in those high heel shoes that Prada made me, but it is the price you pay for stardom.
So there we have it, folks. A perfect example of the evil Queen Phyllis representing the oppressive nature of the puppeteers in Plato's analogy of the cave, and how she used her influence to create the Leviathan and the Hebrew king Saul.
Whatever. My boy toy will see you out.
I must satisfy my mistress now, so you must go.
It's sort of like leaving my own personal cave.
Whatever.
And so Saul was terrified and ran like a little girl from the people who would make him king.
Come back here this instant and be our king.
Stop trying to ditch me, you guys.
Saul, you come out here right now and be the king.
Come on, dude. We are all about you being our king type person in charge of us type guy with authority and all that stuff.
You're an idiot.
Because you are tall and strong and handsome and should be doing copper tones and tan commercials.
Okay. I shall be the king. Tell everyone that I shall do it.
Hey you guys. He says he will do it. Get the old geezer who builds the crowns and tell him to get busy. The stud muffin king doesn't have all day, you know.
And so the people crowned Saul as their king.
It is good to be the king. I never knew that sexy Japanese schoolgirls came with it.
We are here in the sky-high penthouse apartment of famous actor David Sean Connery von Schicklgruber.
Cool.
Have you discovered any underlying theme beneath the storyline of this epic feature?
It's a freaking cartoon, you dipshit. What do you mean by epic feature?
Well,
Some really bored college student thought this whole thing up on his computer.
I see. Is there any philosophy involved with this story?
I do remember one thing that was thrust in my face over and over and over again.
Oh, do tell.
Well, there was one thing they kept asking me at soundcheck. Does the rightness of a government rely on the consent of the governed?
Is there an answer to this most fundamental of all questions?
Yes and no. Sometimes the consent of the governed provides a government with rightness, and sometimes the government is not right and the governed do not consent, and sometimes the government. Are you following this?
Like a mammoth over a cliff.
So the answer depends on the situation.
Most cool.
Fine. Now get out of here. It's almost time for Breaking Bad to come on and I don't want to miss it on account of some stupid movie interview.
And so the evil Queen Phyllis invited Saul to a totally gothic castle to try and influence him on the dark side of the Force. As a Philistine temptress, she knew how to handle him. Saul was mostly bummed out, because he could not bring his Japanese schoolgirls with him.
Now that you are a king, you must enjoy your power.
Really?
For sure. You don't know the power of the dark side.
Can I keep my Japanese schoolgirls?
Totally, dude. You can even metaphorically assume the role of a sea monster and overtax your people when you want to buy some really cool stuff like Italian clothing or Lamborghini sports cars.
I think I really like the power of the dark side, and my people cannot do anything about it because they consented with a social contract.
Now go out there and dominate like the evil cutie you are.
And so Saul partied like a rock star at the expense of the overtaxed people.
Well, I told you so.